But there were they had 23 points shot. We gave them 2 breakaway layups because it just threw it away, and they banked 2 threes. And we gave them so many open threes, they're going to make them. So our thing in the second half was we're not doing that. That's not who we are. And the guys locked down defensively and played. I thought DJ Wagner was as good, and he played for us, had 1 turnover. He and Trey, I told the team, well, there are 2 things. At halftime, I just said, guys, we're down 4 baskets, and we played that way, and we gave this and we gave that, and we're fine. But as we were playing the second half, I just said, guys, just so you know, Trey and DJ will only sub when they feel like coming out. Well, then Trey cramped up, couldn't stay anymore. But it was, and then DJ or Robert played awful. But I told him, I believe in you. Just make easy plays. Quit trying to make the hardest play possible. And I put him back in, and they were saying, sub him. No, I'm leaving him in. And I told him, I'm leaving you in because I believe in you. And then the same with Aaron in the first half. He got muscled. He got manhandled. Couldn't come up with the ball, couldn't make a layup. He started that way in the second half, and I said, I'm not going to play you. And then we played him, and we ran an out-of-bounds play for him to get a shot. And I said, that's how much I believe in you, but I can't fight for you. And they're good. Let me just say, I watched all the tape, and they play a little. They can really shoot. They play as fast as we play, if not faster. In the first half, they beat us up the court. We never got matched down. Second half, we did. And they rebound. They get 16 offensive rebounds a game. Today they got, which one are we, the top or the bottom? So they got 11 today. We had 7. No. You didn't know what I was saying. What do we have? Ed McMahon here, finishing my sentences. We had 9 turnovers, and we had 7 in the first half. Well, that's not who we are. We're like one of the lowest in the country, but we had one guy have 4. They all look good, except they were layups for the other team. So we got work to do. I mean, Tom just told me we had 5 freshmen in there at one point in this game, in this building, when they're playing out of their minds. How about, where'd you think this was going when we missed 2 front-end one-on-ones back-to-back? That just tells you this team never – they're a bunch – I don't care that they're young. They're dogs. They have a will to win. They were playing to win the game, and that's why I wanted Robert in at the end offensively, because I knew he would play to win the game because that's his mentality. Aaron's 3 at the top. I mean, he does it in practice. He's done it in one game we played where he made a 3, and that's why we ran that high ball screen, throw it back to him. And the kid had the courage to make it. The thing I would say, when you're playing bad, the past couple of years, if a guy played bad, he just was bad the whole game. Just how it was. He'd go 1 for 15. This team, the good news is if you're not playing great, I can sub you, and it doesn't hurt us that much, your play. And I've told these guys 1,000 times that. You don't have to be great every moment you're playing. We have enough guys now. We'll just sub and then be ready for the next sub or the next game. So, but it was this is where you find out, where you are right now. And pleased for our guys. But then, this thing flips around and we play again on Tuesday. Kidding me? We got 2 a week now.
Kind of going off that, you guys only shot, I think it was 5 for 20 from 3. You mentioned the turnovers, more turnovers than assists. What did it say that those have been your 2 strengths, but you guys found a way to win even though those numbers weren't good today?
Couple guys. You have 1 or 2 guys have a will to win, and you make sure they're in the game. How about that, like coaching genius? You leave those guys in and let them do it. John Wall hit me today or yesterday and said, hey, let them play loose and just make sure they know the team's better, so they may have to have the next play. But let them play. And we're playing random, and I'll be honest with you, so is Florida. A lot of their stuff is random, And they're going to win a lot of games. You know, I watched them, like even Baylor. They could have beat Baylor. They could have beat Wake. They could be undefeated. I mean, they're good. And the biggest thing they have that most teams in college don't have right now is size. If they had played us earlier in the season when we didn't have any of our bigs, we couldn't have won this game. No way. Now we have we have our 7'2" guys too now.
Given what you guys had to overcome from that first half, given the assist-to-turnover ratio, what did you learn about this team, and especially the young players, to execute late and come out with a win on the road?
That they can get themselves changed within a game. That's hard now. You start playing bad and you flip it around within the game. Now that means you're a 5-star player because you've lived it. If you're anything down there and that happens, it's hard to flip it. You play bad, I'm bad this game. And we had, you know, a bunch of guys out there that struggled, and we figured out a way to win. Made shots. What did we shoot from the 3 in the second half? 40%, which is what we normally shoot. Was I correct in saying we were 1 for 10 in the first half? So let me ask, how did we win this game?
Got a bunch of stops down the stretch. What was the key defense?
And we rebounded. Stop includes that rebound. They were?
Well, they made an average of 7.6 threes a game, and they made 8 in the first half, including the 2.
And I expected them to play well, and I told the team they're going to make every shot. We got to go over these pick and rolls. We got to go over dribble handoffs. If you go under, they may have missed them against Baylor. They're not missing them in this court, and they didn't. We left people, and one pass, we didn't match down. It was so, one of our guards didn't run back for about 6 stretches. I'm not saying it was one guard. It was one of our guards. So our 4 ended up having to guard a guard. And now we're out of whack right to start, and then they drove and played the way they played. I'll just say it again. Florida's really good. We got lucky. I'm happy we won the game. I'm happy for our team. But I imagine they're looking forward to coming to Lexington.
Cal was as good as Florida is, rebound the ball, you know, #1 in the nation. To do what you guys did against.
Did we out-rebound them?
Well, you lost by 3.
Only by 3.
But
That's out-rebounding
But
them.
I was about to ask, how much more impressive does it, you know, what you guys did mean without having to do?
But Aaron didn't bring in balls. You know what I'm saying? We showed signs of we're not doing the things we need to do. Now, you could imagine after giving up 24 offensive rebounds last game, that what did we do for 5 days? Yeah, we rebounded. And because I knew that transition defense and that rebounding would be the game. And better in the second half. And basically, folks, we gave ourselves a chance to win by playing that way in the second half. And then we won. We could have lost, and I'd be up here saying, hey, we'll learn from it and move on. But that's what we did. We didn't come down here and bury them. How much did we lead in this game?
5 minutes, just over 5 minutes.
5:25. So, but I appreciate it. Happy New Year to everybody.